So I literally just got off a call with the Minister of Energy, Mining, and Low Carbon Innovation, and this is what we're talking about. We're talking about British Columbia. We're talking about critical metals in British Columbia, and the most developable projects in the province. And what is driving the critical metals mandate in British Columbia are two very significant things. One is First Nations consent, community consent, for which we have, and second is infrastructure. Where has there been infrastructure built to provide the quick accelerated development of projects like ours? So as you can see on this slide, there is just not that many critical metal projects identified. We are on Vancouver Island on the northern end of the island, so we're approximately 500 kilometers away from probably the best known part of the island, which is Victoria. As you can see, Highway 4 kind of bifurcates the island in terms of what people usually associate the island with, which is old growth forests, et cetera, beautiful landscapes. As we go towards the north end of the island, we do start to get into a little bit more of an industrial area. And then as we hit Port Hardy, this is effectively the town that BHP built when they developed and mined their Island Copper mine for 24 years, starting in the late 70s. That's where the Island Copper mine is currently sits, just to the southeast of our property. As you go to Port Hardy, it's only about a 30-minute drive to Port Hardy along a already paved road. These roads that address our area and the Island Copper Mine, again, were built for this project about 50 years ago. And within a radius of about 12 kilometers, you have Port Hardy. You've got access to power. The Cape Scott Wind Farm, to see into your upper right-hand corner there, produces approximately 99 megawatts of clean power that goes right into the grid. And our projects that effectively go from southeast to northwest, starting with Pemberton Hills, the large porphyry opportunity, buried opportunity that I talked about. Then when we get to Hushmu and Red Dog, which informs the PEA, and then Northwest Expo, which is the area that we focused on for the last year that really have provided us with this high margin opportunity, near-term opportunity that has been creating the news for the last six months for us. As I mentioned, the Cape Scott Wind Farm currently provides about 99 megawatts of power. We have done BC Hydro studies, and we have excess capacity for approximately that amount for our project. I can't emphasize enough around the world we live in now, which is essentially you can't move a project forward without the community and social license for big projects, especially as it relates to copper porphyries. And what I do want to sort of suggest to everyone, and certainly being supported by our provincial government, is that the region where we're in has been quite successful in sanctioning projects, permitting these types of projects. Over the last 20 years, BC has really come back to its kind of level of significance as it relates to moving these types of projects forward. And with this additional motivation, political motivation of critical metals being at the forefront of Canada and now the province of British Columbia, this is really stimulating that level of activity as well. And you're seeing that happen with a lot of companies coming back into British Columbia from exploration all the way to development and production. We are blessed. We are in an area that has historically been a natural resource extractive industry area. This is a picture of the local MLA, Michelle Babchek, who was extremely supportive of our project because, in the end, her constituents are supportive of our project. And that's what's causing us to really receive this strong political support that we've been getting over the last few years.